Ladies and gentlemen, my mother thanks you. My father thanks you. My sister thanks you. And I thank you.
A martini, shaken, not stirred.
Elementary, my dear Watson.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
It's the Al Travis Show. We call this part Clean Up in Aisle 9 or Yeah, but, and it's with Senator Susan Kent. Senator, how are you?
I'm doing well, although I got a little misty there with some Yankee Doodle Dandy.
It's amazing when some of those will hit you. It's like, oh my God, put me in a spot.
I grew up like this was in New Orleans. I grew up kitty corner from a movie theater, and it was a second run house most of my life, and so it's like I got to see all these wonderful little movies across the street on the big screen, and so I have a moment like that. It's like I'm like, oh, I'm back in my fourth row seat in the Britannia Theater.
I give her all the credit in the world. Senator Karnhauser yesterday, was it yesterday? Whatever day she was on, 2 days ago, said, Al, you've got to try watching My Mom Jane.
Oh, I want to watch that. Yeah.
It was fantastic. I don't really, she also had me watch The Golden Bachelor. I don't think I'm saying she's understand. Yeah. Okay. But she said, you got to watch it. It'll make you cry. And I'm like, oh, okay, I doubt that. But so actually my wife and I sat down yesterday and said, you know what? Recommendation, let's give it a shot. It's about Jane Mansfield.
Yeah.
Now, pinup girl from the 50s, and my age people will know of her. You've seen her when you saw it. Oh, my God.
Sort of in the Marilyn Monroe.
She was the next Marilyn. Yes, right.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Things you did not know about her, how her life ended, the whole thing. You're sitting there.
And also, it's Mariska Hargitay's mom. So
which I wouldn't have known who Mariska Hargitay was until I saw it. I'm like, I know her.
Right, Law and Order people.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So great show.
Longest running actor in a role ever is Mariska Hargitay as drawing a blank.
Yeah, you're just a plethora of great knowledge of movie stuff.
I'm an insane Law and Order viewer.
Okay, fair enough. So anyway, the Maryland stuff, Jane Mansfield stuff. She spoke like 5 languages. She played as I'm stupid as a rock, but built like
right.
Yeah, and she played the violin like a champ, and she's a piano. You go through there like, how would I not know that?
Right.
It's crazy good. So go watch that. Because you brought up old movies. That's why we're there. Can I share this? How long have you been married?
It'll be 38 years in a couple.
It's over, isn't it? As far as the romance. Today is my anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Yes, 31 years today.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And this is where I know I love my wife. My wife loves me. I have no doubt about it. But the polish is off the apple. So get up. Do the morning routine, got the thing, doing our thing, and then I go to work, and I get the office, and my calendar says Al's anniversary. I'm like, oh, that's today, isn't it? So I called my wife. Yeah, what's up? I said,
okay, I just got to set the stage here. You're downstairs, right? I mean,
I'm upstairs in the studio,
okay.
And she's downstairs because she doesn't work today.
Okay.
And I call. She goes, what's up? I said, happy anniversary. She goes, today? Oh, it is today. I said, yeah, okay. We'd already decided what we're getting. We're doing some furniture shop. We know what we're getting. And so, but that was, at 31 years, it's like, yeah, okay. Happy anniversary to you two. Is that okay? Because neither one of us were hurt at all. And it's like, yeah, we talked about it the other day when we were shopping.
See, I'm just going to push back on the concept that means that what did you say? The polish is off the apple.
The polish off the apple, yeah. It's like, is that today?
It's just a different apple. You know what I mean? It's like
That's fair enough.
There's something very romantic in being comfortable enough with each other to forget your anniversary for 5 minets.
I called her from one side of the house to the other and said, "Oh, happy anniversary!" By the way, I couldn't even get downstairs. Like she must have forgotten too.
You're right. And let's also be clear. I think that's a function of age because I don't know about you. I never know what damn day it is anymore.
Oh, well, and this is, if you're planning a wedding, please take this advice. So we got married 2 days after Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, that's a great idea because then I'll always remember Thanksgiving, get something next, and then I'm there.
Right.
But Thanksgiving's a mover
It moves around. I know.
all
Messes
the
up.
time.
Yeah,
You
and
got to
it
take
doesn't
like
leave a
President's
list,
Day, because that's always the Monday, and then you're 2 days later. You got to
here's-
grab a holiday.
Here's my advice. If there's depending on how one feels about this, there's an upside or a downside. We got married 8 days before Valentine's Day. So, and it happens, my birthday's in November, then you have Thanksgiving, then my husband's birthday's in December, then you have Christmas and New Year's, and then our son's birthday turned out to be in January. A week
just
before
party
our
time.
anniversary. I know. So we have all of our holidays in about a 3-month period. And so by the time we limp along to Valentine's Day, it's like,
Oh, happy Valentine's. Yeah. And I don't think it's a lack of love. It's a lack of we both know each other well enough to say, why are we going to put any extra effort into that? I can see that. I can see that a lot. Okay. So plan your weddings,
in
people.
your own way. So it's still special. It's just different. Yeah.
Don't grab your wedding around like Easter. That's a floater. You got to grab 4th of July, something like that.
I had a friend who got married on 4th of July, so there were fireworks. It was really cool.
It is until you try to get everybody to your wedding and they all like, we have the cabin plans. We do this. It would be tough to get people there originally, but I like the idea. Thanksgiving, by the way, happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
This is going to get too mushy because it probably has been. I'm thankful very much for you on this program. And you probably know, maybe you know this, maybe most folks don't. We try very hard to make sure we have as many Democrats as Republicans on. I try very hard to make that work. Sometimes somebody backs out and I got to throw somebody in, shoots my balance off, but I try hard.
Right.
You are the only human being I give an hour on the show. Because when I first found you,
rethink it weekly.
well, there are times I'm like, she is so mad at me, she's never coming back. But
I did threaten you a couple weeks ago.
You did. But what I found when you came on is, as much as I think you're bat crap crazy on some things,
Also
you
known
get
as right, but okay, yeah.
Okay. Okay. But on that, I know you're doing your reasoning to get us where you want us to be is the same as mine. I think we want to get to the same place. We might have absolutely different idea on how we need to get there. And I don't think yours malicious. It might be miscalculated, but you speak well of it and you're willing to fight back with me on it. And I find you as entertaining as anybody I get on the radio. So that's why you're here for an hour. And we call it Yeah, But and Clean Up on Aisle 9 because we're just going back and forth. I just want you to know I thank you for the time you put into this. It does make a difference.
You're welcome, and thank you. I also, aside from occasional second thoughts, I really appreciate the conversations as well. So.
Well, and again, I have no doubt that you exactly look in the mirror in the other way and saying, I know he means well. He's just an idiot. And that's okay. I mean,
that's not the exact dialogue in my head, but, maybe misguided. Maybe listening to the wrong people.
How was that man raised? I don't get it. But
I'm not blaming your parents. Believe me, I will not blame them.
I just find it funny because there are humans in my life that, because of what I call TDS, right, term derangement syndrome, and the hate of what's going on, to a point we can't even have a conversation. And I how do I put it? I know it's not on me, because I love having the conversation about the other side and finding it, but some people are so upset. And I think we got to find a way of pulling that out. We got to get back to that. Well, did you hear Susan on the radio? She's fun. She told Al off, and he didn't get mad, and he came back, and I practically called you delusional 2 minutes ago, and you don't seem hurt.
Well, and, ultimately, and I think this is a good thought at Thanksgiving and looking ahead to the Christmas holidays. And, I think it's really timely. The problem we have is, too many people are dehumanizing other people. I know, it has been seen as a partisan thing and has led to people on the conservative side saying of progressives and liberals that it's political correctness. But, for those of us who take umbrage when people talk about, quote unquote, I'm using air quotes on the radio, illegals, you're turning a human being into a thing. When leaders talk about human beings as vermin, that is language that happened before the Holocaust, No, and the point is we need to always remember we're fellow human beings. Like you say, maybe we have differences of opinion, but to demonize people and to turn them into something evil is not okay.
And the idea that calling them illegal is a bad thing. Here's where I come from this, because even if you took this out. When we say illegals now, everybody thinks people who cross the border. Like there's no other things you do illegal in the country. It's either that or nothing. What did we call it?
Well, that's the way it gets used all the time now.
Yeah. So
yeah.
my point is, you took illegal crossings out or coming across the border against our rules. What do we call bank robbers? Were they criminals? When we categorize people who have robbed banks,
there are ways, but I mean, what you hear progressive do is to talk about it as people who, undocumented. You know what I mean? It's like, so there's still people with a characteristic, right?
No, so bank robbers are just people who didn't fill out the paperwork, the withdrawal card.
I mean, a bank robber is a way of describing a human being. To say somebody is an illegal, that is not the same as robbing a bank. You know what I mean? That is, you have reduced them to a characteristic, not an action. It's like an actor or a lawyer or a doctor or a priest.
Well, so if then this short time, there are people who cross the border illegally. But I started with their people; they just came here illegal. Okay, fine, we get that. I want to talk Thanksgiving. We have it.
But it's about keeping people thought of as our brothers and sisters in Christ. If you're a Christian, this was going so well until you pulled all this on me. We were going to go to break, and it was all happy. And now I'm like, good God, why am I giving her an hour? Well, we'll talk with her on this side. Now I get exactly what you're saying. I get it. You agree with me.
100% I do. I just think then find the word that works, and undocumented. Well, if you snuck across, you're not documented. I get that, but that kind of delegitimizes what actually happened. We'll talk about it. I know we're not going to talk about it. I got other stuff. Thanksgiving next with Senator Susan Kent. Right after this.
If it's your
This season, bring the whole family to see Irving Berlin's White Christmas. This smash hit musical based on the classic film returns by popular demand to delight you at Chanhassen dinner theaters. With loads of laughter and a stunning showcase of Irving Berlin songs, White Christmas is a celebration of the romance, friendship, and magic of the holidays. Make your plans today to see White Christmas. Visit chanhassendt.com.
The Al Travis Show, the last place you can go and hear all sides. Respectful, thoughtful, and grateful.
And we've got our Senator Susan Kent in talking about Thanksgiving. You're having it at your place, as I understand it. Congratulations.
Yes, we are. I'm so excited. We have 9-week-old twin great nephews, and we get to meet them, and everybody's just over the moon excited about it. So,
I would say everyone. I think if you polled people privately, that might be different.
No.
9-week-old twin kids in a room with a bunch of people. Yeah,
everybody's delighted. It's going to be fun.
Okay.
Yes.
Delusional. Fair enough. Here's my thing. Can we get off the 250 years, 350 years, 400 years, whatever this is, tradition of Thanksgiving? I like the idea of Thanksgiving, getting together and being thankful. I'm for it 100%. But why are we eating the same crap they ate in Pilgrim's times when we have egg rolls now, when we have ribs now, we have brisket now? Why am I stuck? And I'm going to throw it at you. Got a bunch of snow this week, right? Big and windy day. Wouldn't a big old pot of jambalaya sound good on Thanksgiving Day? Heck yeah.
Well, yeah, that was my Christmas dinner a couple years ago. But I just have to say, we weren't expecting a bunch of snow yesterday, and so I already had the turkey thawing and dry brining. So I'm not changing things because of that.
No, not now. But I mean, as a whole, we should do what we want.
Al, here we are agreeing with each other, right? We get to do what we want. I fully support everybody doing whatever they want. I personally, I am fine. We are fine in our family, like being a little inventive on Christmas, and we just sort of stick to a within the realm of the traditional Thanksgiving.
See,
but we have fun with it, and I think we generally like it. Although I will say, so like my husband, this is where you run into the family personal considerations, right? Mm-hmm. So my husband really likes ham, on turkey, and we're hosting. He's like, we should do ham instead of turkey. I said,
there
okay.
You go.
And I just said, I'm sorry, we can't do that.
See that you just said you should, and then you just X'd the husband.
No, because we have a whole family, and I know that we have several members of our family who really just don't like ham, right? So we're not gonna upset the whole tradition to upset a few people.
Then you can't say you're for it.
You never let me finish my sentence. So you know what we did? Woodbury has a brand new honey baked ham store, and our turkey is not large. That's a whole other long story. And so we have probably just enough turkey to feed our crew. And so now we also have a little honey baked ham to go along with it. And everybody's going to be happy.
See, but everyone should be able to.
But that's another story.
Everyone should do what they want to do. They can do what you want to do. But then you literally just said, your husband said, it's in my house. I don't want to do that. And you're like, no, tradition. Here's my thing.
Well,
I'll throw out the ribs.
Unilaterally, provide a meal
that's why it will never work. That's what you Democrats do. That's why you do ranked choice voting. Let's vote on ranked choice, and I'll never get what I want because the turkey people will always win because the second bet is turkey.
Now see, we're inclusive because we have the turkey and the ham.
Well, you are this year.
Everybody to feel welcome.
Oh, I'm just saying, I think we've done this whole thing. It's like that slimy cranberry sauce in the can. I don't even think the Pilgrims had that, but there they are stuffing it in a can, and they were eating it. I don't even think they had cans back then, but we do it, and no one likes it. Get it off the table.
No, that is not true. That is not true. People like it. And at our table, we will have both. We will have the canned jelly.
Oh, good God,
ridges,
really?
And we will have my beloved homemade cranberries, which I made last night, and I'm all excited about. So.
See, and then you're going to say yams the same way. Yams should be off the table. They ate yams in Pilgrim times because they couldn't figure out how to make a real potato.
I am a Southern girl, so my sweet potato thing is a big deal. So don't even with me on that one. And
you got to put you put the marshmallows on top because once you got to do that, you know the food item is not good.
I learned a new thing. I was reading I think it might have been like a New York Times, their cooking thing deal. Mm-hmm. Cut the marshmallows in half, like vertically, and so you lie them half, so it's like it distributes better. I'm doing that this year. I will report back. I'm excited.
Back to the point, though. If you have to cover any item up with marshmallows to make it acceptable to eat, get rid of that item. I would use the same for broccoli when you got to put cheese over. Just eat the cheese.
I did not grow up here. I have not been to a ton of Minnesota funerals in Lutheran church basements. But my understanding is there was a lot of marshmallow happening in salads. So don't
Oh,
even
yeah.
with me on that one.
Oh, worst thing ever. I should share with my mother. We'd have Jell-O with like vegetables cut up in it, like carrots and
we
stuff.
did
And
have
like,
that. That was a 50s thing. That was like a 50s
Oh,
thing.
well, that-
my
that was
grandmother,
just-
my grandmother was still doing that in the 70s. Yeah.
that was just wrong.
Yeah.
Jell-O is supposed to be smooth. It's a texture thing. We're out of time. We'll come back. We actually have news to talk about today. I got a couple stories I want to talk with you about that happened yesterday that I was like kind of stunned with. Can we do that after the break?
Maybe. I don't know if I paid attention. So.
Senator Susan Kent always picking me up. Right after this, more.